In today's video, we're going to tackle big projects with ChatGPT or your favorite chatbot. We will start by going over the limitations that we have when we start a big project. Then we will move over to a simple yet very powerful framework, the same framework that I used to write my thesis, over 70 pages long, and I use it until this day. At the end of the video, I will show you a prompt that I wrote, especially for today, a prompt to get you going with your project. It will help you compose everything you need based on the framework that we will see today. So stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be able to keep the coherence within your projects much better. Timestamps are in the description. Let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome back or welcome for the first time. My name is Idan and I bring you the step-by-step thinking that turns AI into a paintbrush for your ideas. And today we're going to tackle big projects. We will start with the limitations, afterwards the framework, and a prompt in the end. Let's get going with our presentation. So, what's the main problem? We don't need that there. What's the main problem when we start a big project with ChatGPT? The first one is the finite context window, which means that the chat forgets stuff. That is why maybe we call it a big project. It's about our definition. I define a big project for a project that I need more than one or two conversations to achieve it, meaning that the finite context window, when the chat starts forgetting stuff, is a limitation to my task. Because once that starts happening, also hallucinations and loops starts happening. And the main problem with this stuff is that when we want to start a new chat, we're losing progress unless we're starting the new chat in the right way, which is what we are about to see now. So let's say we have a character for today. The name of the character is Danny. And Danny wants to write a book, a children's book. The first thing that he needs to achieve this big project, well, and limit the frustration that he might have because of these three issues, is a North Star. What is a North Star? It's a well-defined key points, musts, in one message, in a structured matter. What is your goal? It's to lock in your goal. You sit down with the chat and you devise it, you compose it, a well-defined prompt that holds the key points for your goal, and it's structured. It's not something to take lightly. Spend time on it. Once you have something that you are proud of, save it. Saving will be a recurring factor today, a recurring feature. It's a very important factor, saving the data that we are creating today. So Danny goes and he locks the goal of the book that he wants. After he locks the goal with the North Star, he sat down with the chat and he composed his North Star and saved it in a Word file or a presentation. Now he wants to start building detailed milestones and an outline. The milestones are the milestones for your project. The first milestone for Dan, because he wants to write a children's book, will be outlining the full story into clear scenes, frames if you might want to call it that way. Afterwards, maybe he wants the first draft of only text. Afterwards, maybe illustrating. Either way, he writes the milestones. Might be 3 milestones, might be 12, might be 200. Depends on your project. You don't really have a limit once you know how to keep the coherence. And then you save it. Danny wrote a milestone. He took his project and he broke it down into milestone. Now, each milestone we're breaking down into an outline, or if we're being more accurate, we're writing an outline for each milestone. So if you want to outline the full story into clear scenes, we will outline it. I mean, it's funny because it's outlining the outline, but same thing, doesn't matter. You get the point. Scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, you can call it an outline, you can call it a list of tasks. But it's something that we want to have. We want to have our North Star saved. We want to have our milestones saved. And we want to have an outline or list of tasks to how we achieve that milestone also saved. It's very important to save them. We will see to why in a minute. He created an outline for his milestones and he saved everything, the North Star, the milestone, and the outline. And he starts working. And when he's working, he has a very, very, very simple loop. He drafts something, he critiques it. If you want a cool tip, before you critique what the chat gave you, before you review it, ask him to review it first. He might give you a better draft. Look at the first one and the second one and see which one you like better. It's a very cool trick. He reviews it, he refines it, and he summarizes the milestones. Summarize your work, summarize the milestone. And then you have a few things that you already have, right? That you already saved. You have this North Star, you have the milestones, you have the outline for each milestone, and you have your work summary saved. And of course, you also have the project file. If you're writing a book, you have the book that you're writing. You also have that. And why is it so important to save all of these things? Because once the conversation gets too long already, when you see that it starts forgetting stuff, when you see that it's slowly losing that North Star, that is when you open a new conversation, you start a new conversation, and you reference all of the things that you saved. That's what it's all about. This framework of saving, of creating structured data and saving, it's all about that specific limitation of losing progress in the new chat. If we're saving all of our data, our work progress summaries, our North Star, everything is structured and well defined, we will have a much easier time when we start a new chat. The calibration period, which is a period where you start a conversation and get the chat to the point where you no longer tweak it, but you start working, will be much smaller, much shorter. You will need to tweak it much less. In 2-3 messages, you will already start working. That is the whole point of it. That also reduces your frustration by a lot. And ChatGPT, when you really want to extract the most out of it, creates a lot of frustration. And we want to avoid frustration if we can. And to do that, we have frameworks just like this one. So Danny enters the saved data into the conversation of everything. He references the North Star, milestones, outline, work summaries, and of course the project file that he already composed. From there, he keeps on going. You will be amazed how well the coherence is kept. And one small yet very important tip: don't try to extract the most out of the conversation. As soon as you see that things go sideways in the nuances, start a new one. Don't get into a point where you are suffering from hallucinations, loop, and forgetful context. There is a point where the impact will start being negative very fast. You see in the nuance that it's going sideways, a new conversation. That is our framework: North Star, outlines, and iterating. Now, let's see the prompt that I wrote for today. It was fast, right? I know, but that's just the way it is. Super simple framework, yet very powerful. And once you try it, let me know down in the comments that you tried it. And tell me how powerful was it for you. Or if you have a better one, because I always like better frameworks. Let's go to ChatGPT and let's go to the prompt library. Now, if you're new in the channel, we have a prompt library. Everything is free. It's just the prompts that I prepare for you guys. You go here to the project pilot. The website will be linked in the description. As you can see, it's a week's free website. It's an ugly URL. Here you have everything that I'm about to tell you in the next 15 seconds. You copy the prompt, you go down to the prompt, you go to ChatGPT, you start a new project. Let's call it an example too, because I already did an example when I rehearsed this video. You create the example and you paste the prompt. Now, the prompts that I design, you don't need to do anything. They are designed so that the chat will ask you all the questions that he needs to ask you in order to gain the information that he needs to help you achieve what you want to achieve. So here you see stage 1, North Star. What big project? Let me close in for you. What big project do you want to achieve? Why does it matter to you? Answer to the best of your ability. He will help you compose that North Star. Now, one little thing, an important thing. Doesn't matter which chatbot you're using, use the projects in that chatbot. If you're a paid subscription in ChatGPT, there was a big update to the projects. It can now reference conversation within the same projects. It can now reference conversations in the same project much better. If you're a paid subscription, if you're not, still, I don't know if you have it in the free version. I think you have, but it's not referencing as well. After you have the North Star, either way, go to your project, go to the instructions and add the instruction. It helps you. Does it mean that you will never need to reference it again? Absolutely not. It's still not strong enough. But it's good that you have it there. Save the information always. That is it. I don't think I have anything to tell you more. One thing for anyone who's looking to do big projects about coding and is not a programmer. It's not that easy as it might think. Just because you can create a snip doesn't mean you can create a whole software. It's harder than you might think. But there is a term that is called code spaghetti. Go to ChatGPT, search it, learn it, and then you will know how to overcome it. Either way, we will have a video about it, just not this one. This one was something more basic for it. So let me know, what do you think about the video? First of all, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Your comments go a long way. Your feedback goes a long way. Every time I see a like, my heart warms up. Also YouTube's algorithm, but my heart more. It means that there is feedback to what I am doing, and feedback is super important to me. So subscribe, like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Is there something that you want me to talk about in the future? Do you have questions about what we had right now? Prompt library description. It's prompt library link in the description. Also, our Discord link is in the description. I don't think there are any more descriptions links that I need to put in the description. I will see you next time. Thank you for being here. Go, happy prompting. Enjoy the coherence. You won't believe how well it performs. 13 minutes. Perfect. See you next time.